Hello guys, welcome to U.S.A TV. Thank you for stopping by my channel to watch my videos. If you're new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button so that you'll be alerted whenever I drop a new video. But if you've been coming here and you have never subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. All you have to do is just sign in whilst you're on YouTube with your Gmail login information and click on subscribe. That is as simple as that. Thank you so much for doing this. Guys, finally the visa bulletin is here. I know many of you were worried and concerned, like, when is this going to drop? Because typically the visa bulletin is published somewhere around the 11th of every month. So it will be between the 11th and the 15th. Sometimes it will delay maybe a day. We saw that in DV2023. There were times that it was published on the 16th. But for this one, the 16th was a Saturday. So yeah, it's being published on a Monday. So I know several of you were just, like, what is going on? Why is it taking so long? So it's finally here. And so we're going to talk about the cutoff points. All right. Now, if you're from the AF region, if your case number contains AF and you fall under the AF region, the cutoff point is 35,000. So that means that all the people who have case numbers within the ranges of, the lowest case number 1 to 35,000, your case is going to be current in the month of February. Okay? So those of you whose cases have been current and you still haven't been scheduled, you still will have the opportunity to be scheduled. It doesn't mean that you guys have missed your chance. So, but those of you whose cases were not current, I mean, the last time it was current in Africa, it was from 20,000. So those of you whose case number were from 20,000, above 20,000 to 35,000, your cases are going to be current in the month of February. So that will be added to those whose case numbers were current and they haven't been scheduled. All right. If you're from Algeria, the cutoff point is going to be 18,425. If you're from Egypt, it will be 16,150. If you're from Morocco, then it's going to be 31,725. Okay? So if your case number has the AF, then you'll be in the 35,000 cutoff point. But even if it says AF in your case number, but your chargeability is Morocco or Egypt or Algeria, then you will look at the cutoff point for those specific countries. You will not look at the Africa cutoff point. All right. Now let's go to the next one. If you're from the Asia region, the cutoff point is 15,550. If you're from Iran, the cutoff point is 5,500. If you're from Nepal, the cutoff point is 7,000. So if your case number contains AS and you're not from Nepal or Iran, then you will look at the cutoff point of 15,550. But if you're from Nepal or your chargeability is Nepal, then you will look at the cutoff point at 7,000. If you're from Iran or if you're charged to Iran, then the cutoff point is going to be 5,500. If you're from Europe, the cutoff point is going to be 15,000. If you're from Russia, the cutoff point is going to be 12,000. If you're from Uzbekistan, the cutoff point is going to be 8,500. So if your case number contains EU and you're not from Russia or Uzbekistan, then you look at the cutoff point range of 15,000. But if you're from Russia, then it's going to be 12,000. If you're from Uzbekistan, it's going to be 8,500. So if your country has been separated like Russia and Uzbekistan, then you will look at your specific country. You are not looking at your continent or your regional cutoff point. Okay. And when I say regional cutoff point, if you're in Europe, your regional cutoff point is going to be the 15,000. If you're from North America, the cutoff point is going to be 5. If you're from Oceania, the cutoff point is going to be 1,100. If you're from the South America and the Caribbean, the cutoff point is going to be 2,100. Okay? So what this means is that based on the cutoff points on the regional basis, Africa, Asia, Europe, North America, Oceania, and then South America region. If your case number has the regional code, you will look at the cutoff point of your various regions. But if you are charged, and if you want to know which country you're charged to, look on your first notification letter and see where the chargeability says. So if you're charged to one of the countries that is separated, like if you're from Africa, but you're charged to Egypt, then you're going to look at the cutoff point for Egypt, not AF. If you're from Algeria, you will look at the cutoff point for Algeria, not AF or Africa region. If you're from Europe, you will look at, and you're from Russia, you will look at the cutoff point for Russia and not the cutoff point for Europe region. Okay? Same goes for Uzbekistan. You will look at the cutoff point for Uzbekistan if you're charged to that country, but not the entire region of Europe. If you're from Asia and you come from Iran or Nepal, you will look at your specific country cutoff point, not the entire region. And if your country is not listed and separated and treated as separate, then you will look at the cutoff point for the region. Okay, and you want to know the region you fall in, look at your case number. If it's AF, it is Africa. AS is Asia. EU is Europe. NA is North America. OC is Oceania. SA is South America and the Caribbean. So look at your case number. It should tell you the region that you fall under. And then if you want to see your chargeability, look at your first notification letter. Look at where it says chargeability below the paragraph that tells you that you have been selected and what you need to do. It should tell you your chargeability, and you can use that to see which country you're charged to. If we are comparing this visa bulletin to the previous month, Africa region moved like 15,000 points. Okay, the last visa bulletin was 20,000. Those cases are going to be current in the month of January, and this one is 35,000. So it moved like 15,000 points, and that's a big leap. Okay, and so for Algeria, the previous cutoff point was 11,000, and now it's 16,425. So that is a whopping 5,425 points leap. Okay, and you can compare these numbers as I will show on my screen here. So it looks like there is some increase in a big increase for some regions or in some countries, and for some regions too, the increase was not that significant, meaning it wasn't a big increase. Looking at Europe, there was no change. There was no change for Europe. The previous month, the cutoff point was for 15,000, and today's one is also 15,000. Russia was 12,000, and it's still 12,000 today. Uzbekistan was 8,500, and it's still the same 8,500 for the month of February. So it looks like Europe repeated the cases that the cutoff points for cases that will be current in the month of January and February. Also, North America region did not experience any change. The cutoff point for the previous visa bulletin was 5, and then today also is still 5. We all know that North America is represented by one country, and that is the Bahamas. So for them, there was no change. So there was no change for Europe, Russia, Uzbekistan, and there was no change for North America region. But the regions that saw changes in the cases being current will be Africa, Asia, Oceania, and South America. I hope that this significant increase in Africa means that the U.S. embassies within the Africa regions are going to increase their capacities and not just be dominated by those 3 embassies in Africa. And when I say 3 embassies in Africa, I'm talking about U.S. Embassy in Algiers, U.S. Embassy in Casablanca, and the U.S. Embassy in Yaoundé. We hope that the other embassies in Africa region will step up and also increase their capacities and increase the number of scheduled cases, especially when it comes to the DV visa class. All right. And we hope that the same too will reflect in embassies in Asia region, because it seems like for them we are going neck to neck, even though Africa was slightly higher than Asia region. We hope that a lot of the embassies within Asia region will also perform at high capacity, so that many of the people there, especially people from Afghanistan who have been reassigned to the U.S. Embassy in Islamabad, we saw that many of them didn't get interviews, and we hope that this signifies something good, like good news for them, so that they will be able to get more interviews. So let's keep our fingers crossed. But as I will always say, please be vigilant, stay connected, stay updated, read news about what is going on, else you may be acting too late or you may be acting too soon. All right, so we hope for the best. We hope for more second notification letters, which are the interview appointment letters. We are looking forward to more being released, so that many of you guys will be able to get your interview, get it done, and emigrate to America with your families. Thank you so much for sticking around, guys. If this is your first time here, subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Facebook, U.S.A TV. I share a lot of great content there. Visit my website, www.usaatv.com. I share interview experiences there. The ones that are on Facebook, I've moved many of them onto the website, so you can go there and check them out. Just click on the blog tab, and then there's a sub section that is called interview experiences, and then just click on that and it will take you to a page so you can click on individual countries. All right, if your country has not been shown there yet, please know that we are still compiling interview experiences, so that will be shared there and you can go and read it and gain something from it. All right, so guys, thank you so much for your time, for your patience. I love you, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye bye.